Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a look at the Canary action figure from the DC Collectibles Arrow action figure line. First off, I'm glad that DC Collectibles made this figure, because I think the production team on Arrow did a good job adapting Black Canary's costume into like a real-world kind of scenario. And I think this figure does a really good job with the sculpt of the outfit. If we take a closer look here, and if you look at the show and really kind of pay attention to like her top, like these vertical lines going across the stomach, and the little lines on the side, and all the little straps on the pants, this is all really accurate to how her costume appears on the show. And I think they did a great job, like with just the boots and the overall surface that's on here as far as like the detail of the fabric, the wrinkles of the boots. The wrinkles on the pants, the fact that there's kind of like this little wash to it, and the fact there's little wrinkles on the thighs. They did a good job with the jacket and the way it, laces up in the back. All this is really good work. My only complaint about this is that when you look at the show, and even when you look at like production stills on set, her outfit is black, like just all black. Granted, there's different tones of black, like her jacket's a darker black, but this figure, when you look at it, it's gray. It's gray with like black pants and a black coat, and I understand they want to separate so it doesn't look totally black, but I would use like a darker gray, or a different kind of black to highlight the differences. But this is, in my opinion, too light. The colors are not accurate to the show, in my opinion. But I understand that they want to highlight these lines here. They want to highlight, the different things, because you can notice them on the show, but it's just more like a glossier black against black. I feel like this could have been achieved with two different tones of black, and it would have looked great. As it stands, though, I do appreciate the wash that they used on the pants. I think it looks good. Despite my complaint about the heavy use of gray on this figure, I think, the sides of her belt look good. The actual sculpting of, even just her gloved hands. And they did a pretty good job on her face. I gotta give a lot of credit to that. If we go in for a closer look here, the mask looks really good. They did a great job sculpting her hair. And in fact, I kind of like the kind of soft material it's made of, and the fact that they use like a yellow base and then like a darker color mixed in there. Her eyes are well painted. They did a good job with her lips, and they even put that little dimple she has on her chin. So they did a good job sculpting that. Articulation on this figure is fine. You've got the ball hinged shoulders. You've got the ball hinged elbow with the swiveling wrist. Actually, they do have a little hinge in the wrist too. It's a little tight on my right hand, but there is a swiveling hinge there. You've got the cut right above her bust there, and then there's no mid waist cut, but there is the cut towards the top. Ball hinge upper leg. You've got the double knee joint. And they've got the hinged ankle with the swivel, which really helps this figure stand. But the paint on it overall is really good. I dig the buckles, all the little lacy straps. They did a good job with the paint on this. If you're hunting for this in stores, I recommend you take a closer look at her hair. If you're nitpicky about stuff like that, sometimes the hair can get a little gloppy. The paint on the lips can be a little uneven. The paint on the eyeballs can be a bit off. And a lot of these lines going up on her shirt and on the side can be, this is the only good one I saw actually of her shirt. The rest all had smeared lines where they bleed all over the place and don't follow those sculpted lines. She comes with a couple accessories, including her little, canary cry, sonic scream device, whatever you want to call it. But the way they adapted her canary cry for the show was this little tiny device. And it looks really good. Also, they included her staff. And I'm really happy that when it came out of the package, it wasn't bent or warped. Because sometimes you get these accessories and they're just, a big bent mess. And it fits into her hand perfectly. And the Canary Cry device fits really well into her right hand. Overall, I dig this figure. I may have complained about the use of gray instead of black on the paint, but the actual articulation on this figure is really strong and allows you to get her in some really cool poses, and I think the sculpt on this is just great. I like the way they sculpted her outfit and her hair. I dig this a lot. Thanks for watching.